What's going on, everybody? You guessed it, It is your boy, Trey Sense, and we got a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel. So what we're gonna do is part 4 of, how do I word this, man? Part 4 of fragrance houses in my collection and my favorite fragrance from each one of those collections. Now, before we get into it, I just need a little something from you. I promise it's free, won't cost you a thing, just a little bit of time and maybe effort. Like the video, share the video, sub to the channel. That is all I ask. And be active in the comment sections. Continue to check in. I love it. Best part of my channel is you guys checking in. Let me know where you're watching from. Okay, no further ado, let's get into it. We got 10 different houses. And my favorite fragrance from each house. We got a repeat offender on this list because I just had so many that I had to do it. Okay, the first one from the house of Guerlain. From the house of Guerlain, it is L'Homme Ideal Parfum. This is my favorite from Guerlain. It is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. I like it. Completely different from the original Guerlain. From the original Guerlain. Guerlain Ideal. That's hard to say. But nonetheless, I really, really like Guerlain as a fragrance house. They're good. I only have 3 bottles of Guerlain. So when I first started this, I wasn't going to put the fragrance houses that I had just a few bottles of, but then I thought, you know what, why not? So from the house of Guerlain, there you go. This is my offering. And I like this fragrance. I would say it's coming into the time of the year, but it hasn't rained a while here in Alabama. And with the fall, when it doesn't rain, the temperatures stay warm. So it's going into the last week of October, and it is 80 degrees still here. So normally this would be the type of fragrance going into the last week of October, 1st of November that I would wear, but it's going to be a little while longer because I think we're in for a warm Christmas, a warm Thanksgiving and all of that. But what you have here, man, it's sweet. It's a little bit watery, definitely a warm fragrance, definitely the type of scent that you would wear with the hoodie. Date night fragrance, but I think Guerlain makes really high quality fragrances, and I like it. I like it. It's not really talked about. You don't hear just a lot of reviewers talking about this fragrance or really anything from the house of Guerlain other than the original Ideal Cologne. That one made waves when it first came out, but it's definitely not my favorite. This one is. So from the house of Guerlain, it is Guerlain's Ideal, L'Homme Ideal Parfum. Good one, good one, good one, good one, good one. From the house of Nishane. And I have 4 or 5 different bottles of Nishane, I'm not sure. But this is my favorite. And it was hard not to put Fan Your Flames in there. But at the end of the day, I just like Ani a little bit better than I do Fan Your Flames. So from the house of Nishane, it is Ani. And this one right here is another one. Again, I like deep, rich scents. This right here is just a sexy, sexy fragrance. It smells really, really good. Slightly gourmandy, spicy, sweet goodness is what you have here. And I've got to go to work, so I'm gonna have different scent profiles. I'm doing it a little bit different because I got to go to the eye doctor in the morning. So I'm shooting this video before work, so when I come home, all I got to do is decompress and hopefully go to bed because I got to be up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. But that's another story for another day. This is good. Nishane makes really good fragrances. It is a great entry-level niche house. Nishane, Mancera, those are 2 niche houses that I think are really, really affordable that you can get your hands on relatively easy. Now, when I was in Texas at the scent room, I met the perfumer that worked on Ani and Fan Your Flames. I think his name was Ricardo Ramos. I think that's what he said his name was. But anyway, This right here, again, sweet, warm, gourmand. It's really the type of scent that you can wear year round. It does lean more towards cooler weather, but it has enough freshness and sweetness that you could definitely wear it in the summertime. Something in it gives me sort of a plum type of vibe, so we'll just call it fruity because I'm not sure of what the note is. But it's definitely one that I think you can wear year round. Again, it does, in my opinion, lean more towards fall and winter. I could easily see this as a unisex fragrance. It may be listed as a unisex fragrance, but I'm not sure if it is or not. However, I could definitely see a young lady wearing this as well, even though it does lean more masculine. But this is just really, really good. From the house of Nishane, it is Ani. That's a good one right there, guys. From the house of Parfums de Marly. The house of Parfums de Marly. And I don't have a lot of Parfums de Marly, just 3 bottles. Well, 4 actually. I have a decant if you get to count that. But from the house of Parfums de Marly, it is Layton. It is Layton. I like this fragrance right here. I really like this fragrance. It's good. It's really, really good. I like that, man. Clean. A little bit fruity. Oh, man, that's so good. That is so good. This is one I definitely have to get on my skin more. Man. That's really, really good. Again, much like Ani, and when I say that, no, before y'all get all in your feelings, I am not comparing. I'm not saying that Ani and Layton are the same. No, but what I'm saying is much like Ani, you have a kiss of fruit running through it. The same thing with this one. There's something in it that gives it a little bit of a fruity vibe that you're going to get at the top of it. Very nice. A little bit spicy. Just a little bit warm, fruity, inviting. Just a good fragrance. Very versatile. Another one that I think, much like Ani, I think it leans towards the fall and winter, but I definitely think you can wear this one year round, especially at nighttime. Wouldn't necessarily want to reach for this on the hottest part of the day, but again, that little bit of fruit that's in it, you could if you wanted to. But definitely a good fragrance. Definitely a year round type of scent. But even though it's year round, I do feel like it leans more towards cooler weather, fall and winter, or at least nighttime. And spring, you could get away with it in the spring as well. That smells so good. But from the house of Parfums de Marly, it is my favorite, and it is Layton. That is so good. That is so good. And I want to say that was a gift. No, I think I bought that from JP. I want to say I bought that from JP. Now, this one is my second offering from the house of Giorgio Armani, simply because I have so many Giorgio Armani fragrances, especially from the Acqua di Gio line. So I wanted to go with this one from, which one did I put in there in the original? Which one did I use? I can't remember. But nonetheless, I have so many Acqua di Gios, I decided to do 2 from the Giorgio Armani line. So the second offering from the house of Giorgio Armani, from the line of Acqua di Gio, it is simply Acqua di Gio's Parfum. And I like this. I like this. I like this. I have the EDP and the Parfum. Now, this is similar to Profundo, but nonetheless, I think this is a great fragrance. This is a Swiss Army knife. I've worn this 3 or 4 times since I've gotten it, and I got it earlier this year. I want to say early summer of 2024. I got this, and I've worn it a few times already because it's just a Swiss Army knife. It smells good. It smells good. Acqua di Gio is slowly becoming one of my favorite flanker lines. And I say that because there's the original Acqua di Gio, but in my honest opinion, as good as the original was, every flanker that they have released, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, is better than the original Acqua di Gio. That's just my opinion. Profumo, Profundo Lights, the Absolute, Acqua di Gio Parfum, Acqua di Gio the EDP. All of those to me are better scents than Acqua di Gio. So, yeah. But from the house of Giorgio Armani, from the line of Acqua di Gio, this is one of my favorites as well. All right, moving along. And I didn't tell you anything about this fragrance. What you get with this one is you get, to me, a fresher take on Profundo. That's what I get. You get a slight bit of the original aquaticness from the original Acqua di Gio. You don't get as much of that metallic vibe, but you definitely get that slight aquatic vibe mixed with a little bit of the Profundo. I like this one. I think this one is really, really slept on. Great fragrance right there. I enjoy that. Now, moving along, from the house of Dunhill, and this was a tough one because I have several from Dunhill. I may end up doing 2 parts to Dunhill as well. But from the house of Dunhill, it is from the Icon line, and it is Dunhill Icon Absolute. And I get a lot of compliments when I wear this oud fragrance. I really do. It is a good oud. Fruity, sweet, masculine. I remember one of the last times I wore this, a young lady was in line with her boyfriend checking out. And they go, ooh, somebody smells really, really good. And this is what I had on. Don't be intimidated by oud. You just have to find the right oud for you, and you have to wear it the right way. Is oud a scent profile that you can spray thousands of sprays on? No, it's not. Is it a scent profile that you can wear year round? Honestly, it really is. Everybody, thinks it's a winter fragrance, and for some it may be. Hey, if you wear your oud in the winter, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but you don't have to. You can wear your oud fragrances whenever you want to be honest with you. And I personally, I wear mine in the summertime, in the heat. I do, and they work just fine. They don't get too cloying. They don't get overbearing. They mellow out really, really nicely. Now again, that's my skin. That's what works for me. You have to figure out what works for you. But what I'm telling you is, this right here smells good, and from the house of Dunhill, it is my favorite from the entire Dunhill collection that I have, and that was tough. But again, Dunhill may make 2 appearances. Moving along, but that is a nice, sweet, fruity oud. Very nice fragrance. Don't sleep on that one. Listen to me now. Believe me later on. Compliment getter right there. This next one, from the house of Roberto Cavalli. It is simply Roberto Cavalli's Uomo, and this is an underrated fragrance house. Roberto Cavalli is criminally underrated. You hear me? You feel me? You rocking with your boy. Criminally underrated. Boy, that Layton smells so good. Oh man, that is signature scent. That is Trey Scent's signature scent worthy. I'm trying to find the problem. I'm running. It's not so much that I'm running out of skin. It's just that all of these fragrances are so strong that I don't want to overlap. Now, DJ Khaled voice, another one that I think leans towards the fall and winter. Again, I mentioned this in one of the other videos. I am the type of guy, LL Cool J, LL Cool Trey, I'm that type of guy that likes deep, rich fragrances. I don't know if it's an age thing with me. I don't know if it's just my nose has developed. And I prefer, now there's a lot of fresh fruity scents that I like, but I prefer it deep and rich. Yeah. Oh man, but this is good, man. This is real good. Sweet, sort of cardamom-y, a little bit of a leather type of vibe. Very, very grown, very masculine, very mature, very well made. This list right here is everything on this list is extremely well made. None of it is of poor quality, man. And this is nice. Whew, man, this is nice. I still ain't picked out my scent of the day. Like I said, it's 80 degrees outside, so I'm leaning towards something from Sensual Obsessions or Dapper, but I don't really know yet. But then as I smell this, I'm like, man, why not just go ahead and wear that Layton to work? Or I may just put me some JB Butters on and be done with it, because I got 18 cents on. But oh yeah, this one right here, definitely masculine. Again, like the others, does lean more towards the fall and winter, but you can easily get away with this on a nice spring night, a nice spring day, a summer night. Wouldn't reach for this in the hottest part of the day. But when they make fragrances, I don't think they intend for this one to be worn in the summer and this one. They just make a fragrance. But again, sweet, slightly cardamom-y, leathery, but just a hint of leather, not over the top leather, not like a leather jacket, but just maybe a kiss of something in it that gives it a little bit of a leather vibe. But it is dope. From the house of Roberto Cavalli, it is Uomo. And I like this one right here, man. That's a good one. From the house of Calvin Klein. And this is a good fragrance. Every time I wear this fragrance, I get compliments on it. It's from the house of Calvin Klein, and it is Defy, the EDP. And I realize they make a Parfum to this, and I'll probably be picking up the Parfum concentration of this as well. Oh, this is good. This is real good. Smooth, leathery, very well made for the price that you pay for this. And because I got it on sale for about $30. Whether you've got Defy the EDT or the EDP, they're both compliment getting fragrances. I don't care what you say, and I'm going to stand on this. I'm going to stand on this. Whether the scent profile of fragrances has changed a lot, because everybody copies everybody. Niche copies designer, designers copies niche, blah, 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 blah. It's a circle. It's a circle. The quality of fragrances has increased. Just think a minute. Just stop a minute. Take your feelings out of it and just think. Have you ever seen a time in Ferragamo where you had more Parfum concentrations? Where you had more EDP concentrations? I mean, just think about Raf Club. How long has Raf Club came out? How long has Raf Club been out? And if I'm not mistaken, the original Raf Club is an EDP, right? Right? The original is an EDP. So they went from the EDP to the Parfum to the Elixir. So the fragrance started as an EDP. Same thing with YSL Myself. The fragrance started as an EDP. Started as an EDP and then went to the Le Parfum. Okay, that's a higher quality of perfumer's oil, which means you're going to have a higher quality of a fragrance. There's never been this many EDPs in Ferragamo, not from basic designer. And Calvin Klein is a basic designer. Polo, as much as I love it, is a basic designer. And here we start out with Raf Club as a Parfum concentration. I'm sorry, it's an EDP concentration. Then the Parfum, then the Elixir. Don't shoot the messenger, people. It's just facts. It is what it is. And in my opinion, that has raised the quality of fragrances, because there's just about, you can just about get an EDP concentration of anything now. Right? Right. How many different Chanels do they, how many different Blue D Chanels? How many different Sauvages? A lot. A lot. How many different how many different Defys? 3. And this one is good, man. This, again though, hate to keep saying it, but wintertime. wintertime. If you want more of a spring, summertime, I would suggest you go with the EDT. This one is definitely meant for the hoodie. Definitely a cuddle type scent. Very professional smelling. Very well made. Nice fragrance for the $30 or $35 that you can pick this up at discounters. It's good. Just get it. This is a really good fragrance. And I don't know why it's not talked about more in Ferragamo. My favorite offering from the house of Calvin Klein over Reveal. And that was tough. That was tough. But it is Defy, the EDP. And I will be looking at getting the Parfum here soon. All right, got a few more. I got 3 more. This one was tough too, from the house of Davidoff. And I just did a complete toss up on this one because I wasn't sure which one to go with. From the house of Davidoff, it is Cool Water Intense. Cool Water Intense. And I almost went with Cool Water Parfum, which is a Parfum concentration. And this is the Intense, which is an EDP. I just talked about that. And what you have here is a nice blue, strong, powerful fragrance. The original Cool Water is great, but the Intense and the Parfum are better. A little bit sweeter, but everything that you would expect in a Parfum. It is darker, it is deeper, it is richer, it performs better. It is a higher quality. But my favorite from the house, you still get a little bit of that greenness. You still get a little bit of that aquaticness, but you get more blue and more freshness in this at the same time. But again, take the original Cool Water DNA, cut down a little bit of that aquaticness and greenness, amp up the blue and the deepness and the richness, and that's what you have in this. Definitely one I recommend that you get the EDT, the Parfum and the Intense, because hard to beat, man. Hard to beat. Year-round type of scent. Does lean more towards fall and winter, but definitely one you can pull off in the summertime as well. From the house of Davidoff, from the Cool Water line, it is Cool Water Intense, which is a EDP concentration. All right, got 2 more. This next one, man, from the house of Mercedes. It is no surprise. It is Mercedes Club Black. Rhubarb. Discontinued. Very nice. Very well made fragrance. Mercedes did a good job with this one. Definitely a rhubarb type of scent. Very cozy, very casual, date night. Again, I like my scents deeper and richer. So when we're coming to picking out the favorites from a house, that's where we're at. But nonetheless, this bad boy smells really, really good. I like it. I like it a lot. From the house of Mercedes-Benz, it is Club Black. And again, what you have here in this beautiful black, shiny Mercedes, rhubarb. Sweet rhubarb, but it's good. It's a good fragrance. You all know about this fragrance. It's been talked about a lot, and it has been discontinued, sadly, but I still think it's out in circulation and plenty of it out there to be had. All right, from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, I was picking this bad boy up on clearance for $5, $10, $15 at different sizes, from the 1 ounce to the 1.7 to the 3.4 at all the rack stores, mainly Bell's and Burke's. I was picking it up for a little bit of nothing, and I went on and worked my way up to a 100 ml bottle because I like it. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, my offering is the infamous F Black, and I gave a bottle of this to one of my partners for his graduating criminal justice school after spending years in the military, and he loved this fragrance. He referred to it as nice and clean, very spicy, very peppery. Again, one that I think you're gonna have to reach for not on an 80-degree day, but when it's cooler outside. But I still think this is a stunning fragrance. I think it is really, really good. I think it is really, really good. I think black is a good name for it. A little bit sweet, definitely spicy, a cozy type of scent, date night, cuddle, perfect for a hoodie type of scent. But from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, it's my favorite offering. This is my favorite. I just think it's, in my opinion, it's the best. It's the best. I know some people say it's a little harsh, blah, blah, blah. I don't pay that any attention. Now, again, it is older than most of the fragrances on this collection. So again, if they made a Parfum concentration of this, it would probably be like the rest of them, a little bit deeper and richer, but it's not. It's just an EDT concentration, and it's still a good, solid fragrance. If you have this in your collection, I urge you to, if you're in an area where the weather is changed and it's actually fall and cool and not summer again, give this a spray. Give this a try. Don't be afraid to wear some of the fragrances that you've had a while, because they're still good fragrances. You know, I know everybody wants the newest, latest, and greatest, but still, stuff like this still works. But from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, my favorite is F Black. Again, think spicy, dark, sweet, cool weather monster right here. Salvatore Ferragamo's F Black. All right, guys, that has been 10 more fragrance houses from my collection and my favorite fragrance from each house. That has been that. I think I've got 10 more because I still haven't done Hollister. Still haven't done several different fragrances. I still haven't done Hollister, still haven't done Gucci, still haven't done Guess, still haven't done Versace. So I've still got several fragrance houses to do. I still haven't done Dapper, still haven't done Sensual Obsessions. So I've still got several fragrance houses to do. So there will be a part 5. I don't know if I'm gonna go any further after 5, but there's at least a part 5. So with that being said, I'm gonna get off of here because I gotta edit this video, get ready to go to work. Before I go to work, I gotta go get touched up by the barber, then go to work and make a little bit of money. So with that being said, I'm gonna jump off of here. Listen, I love you all, and may God bless you all. Thank you all so much for being the best part of this channel. Have a great, great rest of the day, and thank you for being the best part of this channel. I said that already, but thank you. Continue to check in. Let me know where you're watching from. I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.